Okay. And we are live, back with Escape from Tarkov. Yesterday, we died a bunch of times. We managed to survive one raid. I don't think we got any player kills, but we got a bunch of AI kills, and we managed to do a couple of our quests and objectives. Today, same thing. We're planning to do 2 quests, one on Ground Zero again. We're gonna go for the wine shop and find some wine. And one on Woods, where we have to recon some location and escape. Both of those don't involve combat, but I presume we're gonna be fighting anyway. Most likely. So let's be ready to die, again. Anyway, let me just load up the game on screen, because it's a good idea. Boop. So, off stream I did a couple of scav runs. I got one very lucky scav run where I found the corpse of a PMC. Also, hello Define Mech Warrior. Off stream I got one very lucky scav run where I found the corpse of a player mercenary, a PMC, with $500,000 with a gun, a sniper rifle that was $500,000 worth of stuff, and another one that was worth like 250,000 monies. So we are now back at 1.5 million rubles, which should at least let us play the game for a while, hopefully. Though I think today we're going to be weaving in some scav runs in between our regular runs, just so I can not lose a bunch of money every single time we play the game on stream. Anyhow, today's plan is, I'm doing Prep Horse Quest, the Russian arms trader. We have to first find some wine, and then find a convoy on the woodses. So let's go back out and have some quote-unquote fun. Let's go in the afternoon, insure all our gear. We haven't gotten our insurance returns from last stream. And also, oh dang, I have some upgrades in the hideout that are ready, but whatever. Our stash is not ready to be upgraded yet. These quests. So the point is, we're doing these quests so that these traders get some trust in us. I'll show it when we come back, but traders have a trust level with you. So when you meet 3 criteria, if you're high enough level, if you have enough trust, and if you spend enough money at them, they can level up, and then you unlock more stuff. And we want to level up everybody to the maximum level so that we can actually have ammo that pierces armor. We can have decent armor. We can have, you know, decent guns. Because right now we're fighting with gear that's so trash, other players don't even pick it up. That's why I get all my stuff back in insurance. If a player was to pick up my gun, I would not receive it back in insurance. Anyway, so we want to level up these traders. To do that, we need to do a bunch of quests for them, which is why we're doing quests. I could just play the game to, try and get some player kills or to try and explore the locations or whatever, but I'm focusing on quests, at least until we can, like, level up a couple of our traders. I could try and scavenge for resources to upgrade my hideout, but not right now. I gotta at least manage to survive a raid and to kill other players, because eventually a lot of the quests are gonna ask me to kill other players, like kill a player from 80 meters away with a sniper rifle, or kill a player while wearing certain clothes while having a shotgun, or kill a player while having both of your legs shattered, your arms cut off, and blind. I think there's actually a quest that to kill a player while you're blinded by a flashbang. So yeah, we're gonna have to get better at the game if we want to do those quests to level up those traders. And also, quests give us a bunch of XP, a lot of XP, which helps us level up, which helps us unlock the market, the player market, the flea market, where I can sell items or buy items of the market that regular traders won't have available, and where the prices will be different. For example, I think right now toilet paper for a trader sells for 5,000 rubles, but on the flea market sells for 20,000 rubles because it's used in a bunch of stuff. Anyway, now we wait. This seems to be taking longer than yesterday. Maybe it's because I'm playing at a different time zone. Oh. Also, our Sega 12 here is quite damaged, so there's a good chance it jams on us. Just something to keep in mind. When guns go below like 80% durability, they have a decent chance to jam on you. I mean, this thing only has 5 rounds in a mag. It's not the same as having to fire a gun 30 times per mag, but still. It could kill us. It could. Ooh, also something else I scavenged from that one PMC that got me a 500,000 in guns is a good armor with level 5 ballistic plates. Currently my guns can only pierce, if I get the correct ammo, they can pierce up to level 2, maybe level 3. So if I could take this level 5 armor into a raid with some decent head armor, we could see some success. Maybe. Possibly. Probably. Maybe. High maybe. Because even if we have the best armor in the game, it doesn't help if I don't have the good game sense when I keep making basic mistakes. We'll see. All there is now to do is wait. So while we wait, I feel like I already explained the basic premise of the story back in the first stream, where, this is a special economic zone, the evil corporation moved in, PMC war, and now we're left on our own. There's a blockade all around the place. We can't escape. Oh, what I didn't explain was the actual... We have a main quest line, currently. It was to go around all the places to try and escape from Tarkov by meeting with the trader, doing a favor for them, then moving on to the next zone as we make our way to the port. So that's how we met all the traders. We were giving them favors, and they were giving us ways to move around the map using secure locations, because usually there's minefields and snipers' nests all around the place, but these traders have their connections to secure pathways between these locations. Anyway, yeah, so we moved around the place, around Tarkov, met all the traders, made it to the terminal, where they told us, we don't know you, get out of here. So they wouldn't let us escape. And now we're back. We have 2 quests for the main quest. One is not important right now. Let's focus. Okay. Time to die. Let's go. We're down the street. I'm gonna go to the underground, which is this way. Yeah. Close the door behind me. Some fighting in the streets. Right in front of me, actually. Okay. Seems fine. I'm not really here to loot items, but I wouldn't mind doing that. At least so we can make some of our costs back when we die. Just put some stuff down there. Bandage, that's decent. Paper, I guess, is fine. Gunpowder. And now the goal is to pick up stuff more valuable, empty out this case, replace it with more valuable items as we go. There should be enough random crap. Let's make our way down the tunnel. That's a player. You know, because they jumped. Nice. It was a naked player, actually. I'll take that. They got me in the arm. A little worse than my aim. Okay, then. I mean, I just had a better gun for that. They had no armor, and I had a better gun and armor, so it was kind of a no-brainer. Watch out. I'm gonna go up there. Actually, I would rather stay in the tunnel because my shotgun's more effective, but I gotta go up there, then up the staircase to the wine shop. Did I reload? I did. My second player kill, by the way. A win is a win. I mean, it wasn't on equal grounds, but I'll take it. So we want to go up there. Watch out. There's somebody else. Up the staircase. It's in there. It's an AI. I think they're across the street. Let's first clear the building. Okay, now let's go and take on the AI. They're in the front street. I'm not aiming well. Good thing they can't aim too. Click. Okay. Let's try and pack our mags. We also have to look for the wine. There's more coming. That's not much ammo. I don't have a backup mag for this pistol. That's not good. I'm gonna have to scavenge a weapon from these guys. There's more enemies coming. Out in for the front. Oh, down there. Let's try and find that wine, by the way. Should be in one of those alcoves somewhere. Nope. Gotta get another gun. 15 bullets. Didn't I kill a guy around here? I'm not sure we killed a guy around one of those shelves. This guy's got a handgun. Was there somebody with a rifle? Weird. I thought there were two bodies in here. Oh, there it is. Another pistol. I gotta find that one and escape from Tarkov. This. None of these. Well, not much to do. I just gotta try and find the wine. It's suppressed. Yeah. Where's the heck is that wine? I could look on the wiki to see the spawn points, but I don't care to do that right now. That also means I would hide the chat. It's somewhere in here, for sure. These. Let's check out back here. Oh, 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 oh. We got it. Now we need to escape. I think we can take the flare. But there's some fighting going on outside. How much ammo do I have? Not much. I can put together one mag. If I unload this one. Load this one. 4 bullets. Okay. While we're here, might as well loot. Just for money purposes. Is this a dead end? I thought this would go all the way around back. Because I don't want to go outside in the front. I think we just have to go outside from the front. Wait, did you get some juice? Oh, I can't loot that. Let me check these guys' pockets. Up. The mags, an MRE, which I can eat once we're back. Somebody else is coming. Please give me some guns. That's a shitty gun, but I'll take it. 12 Gs. I could have looted them for ammo, but I don't want to stay here. There's AI back there. They've spotted me. You know, because they yell, they talk out loud. Let's try and get out of here. Does he have the flare? Yes. Pick up the flare. Pick up the flare. Now we move up a bit. Boop. Let's go. Don't shoot me. I'm good. If you don't have the flare, a sniper kills you in this spot. It's out of bounds. Which usually means a minefield or a sniper kills you. Hey, we did it! Look at that! We even killed a player! Yay! Huzzah! That shotgun is putting in some good work. If only I could aim and have ammo for it. It didn't even jam. Level 5 bear. We're level 6, 7, 8. Something like that. We lost one arm. Ammo use 22, hit counts 18. But that's a bit of... That counts all my buckshot pellets. So it's not... I didn't shoot 22 times and hit 22 times. Fatal hits 4, level 1 to 10 player killed. Killed 3 AIs apparently. Okie dokie. Do we level up? Yay. It's not even that expensive to repair our damaged arm. Yay. Okay. With this all done, let's do some selling, some management. I think we're going to do a scav run after this. Also, we have a quest to complete. We'll do a scav run while our character rests. It means that their stats, their water and food intake stats will recuperate on their own. And we can make some money. Because when I do a scav run, I just focus on money purposes. As you can see in that last run, I didn't loot very much. I was mostly moving, trying to stay alive. I just looted whatever there was. So yeah, you can tell that other enemies are players by them jumping, because only players can jump, not the AI. Also their accuracy, because as you saw, these AIs aren't very accurate. They usually miss their first 3 shots, and then they have aimbot and kill you. So that's how that works. Whereas the players are usually going to be... Either they kill you in 1 shot, or they miss all their shots. So let's unloot. I got some stuff for my hideout. These guns I'm going to sell. These handguns. Yep. All the rest of this I'm going to sell. Up. And this random gun I picked up, I'm going to sell. Once I unload the ammo. Which I can't do. Which is not a thing we can do. Oh well. Therapist buys food and the random miscellaneous items. I'm going to keep this hose. We need a lot of these corrugated hoses for a lot of stuff. So I'm going to keep that. There we go. A bunch of random junk for 40,000 money points. And... can sell these guns for a couple more monies. Pence is the worst trader. He always he's basically a scammer. He buys very, very low, sells very, very high. But he buys everything, which is the upside. Up. Okay. That's all the selling done. Almost 100,000 monies. That's okay. I need some ammo now. Let me... You know what? Does my scav have a shotgun? Because I can just pick up his ammo. Nope, he has an AKU, which I'm going to be keeping. Let's go ahead and go ahead and get some ammo. We need 12 rounds plus 20 backup, so 32 in total. I'll just pick up some buckshots. 32 from Jaeger. Yeah, so as we've seen, I need more ammo in my raids. I need to not miss as much, also. And gotta loot a bit more. I keep the... Is that a USEC dog tag? No, that was a bear, right? Yeah, that's a bear dog tag. I need... Okay, so back to the main quest. The main quest is currently asking me to get 5 USEC dog tags to access an army reserve. Trapor, the Russian arms dealer, wants me to kill the US... the Western PMCs to prove my loyalty or something. And he'll let me into the secret passages to the army reserve. And Mechanic I give him the wine. Mechanic wants me to give him 20,000 US dollars to access a outpost of the Western PMCs, the lighthouse. So yeah. It's a beautiful bottle. The man is gonna live it. Here's your reward, well deserved. Yay. Oh, that quest. Background check. That's a famous quest. Infamous, excuse me. How's it going, warrior? I have an errand for you. My comrade, Arseny, worked at the factory as a tank driver. His family... Oh, a tanker. Excuse, no, not a tank. A tanker. His family left during the evacuation while he stayed behind to make some extra money and perished here. He lived in a 3-story dormitory near Polychem. I don't remember the room. Anyway, he had a chain watch, a family heirloom. Brag about it to everyone. Find that watch and bring it to me. I want to send it to his kid. I want the kid to have something to remember his old man by. The watch must either be in his room or in the tanker truck. Somewhere on the construction site. Arseny always kept the keys in his jacket. So, this is infamous because that tanker truck is in the middle of an exposed area, and everybody, when the game, you know, on the first day of the game, everybody's doing that quest. Because, I don't know, because it's important, because it's good rewards. Because it's easy, I guess. You have to go and get a key. I already have the key. It's this one, the machinery key. Then you go to the middle of the construction site, open the tanker, pick up the watch, and hope that nobody snipes you while you're doing that. And then they'll go up, and then they'll get sniped, and then they'll go up, and then they'll get sniped. It's basically a battleground. But, hopefully, because we're later in the game, it's been like a couple of months since it released, everybody's done that quest already, so we don't have to worry about that. Hopefully. Also, that gunpowder was 20,000 monies. Yay. Okay, anything else we gotta do before I leave? You have a new quest for me because I leveled up. Friend from the West. That you, ready for some serious business? You're quite a scary character, scarier than me. To be sure, the tourists here are sort of bugging me. Meddling everywhere, wasting my people, I don't like it. I'll fix you up with some top cash if you raise some hell for them. So, kill USEC operatives. I'm currently a bear operative. It doesn't really matter. It's only gonna matter for like one map. So whatever. You know, players are gonna kill you whether you're in the same faction or not. That doesn't really matter. So whatever. I have my quest rewards over there. Pick that up. For the wine bottle, I get a shitty civilian AK. Is that for hunting of medium and big games as well as for sporting uses? I think it's single fire only. Yeah. Only single fire. Well, you know, I guess I'll take it. It's a free gun with some ammo too. But I don't like my chances of using it. And 40,000 monies. Right now, everybody gives me shitty guns because it's the intro quests. Can't give me guns that I don't even have access to at level 10. Unload all the ammo. Okay. And you don't even have enough... What? You didn't give me enough ammo to load all my mags? Oh, wait, no. That's a 10-round mag. Amazing. Okay, how's my character doing? Yeah, their hydration and food is restoring. Either we can eat some food, or we can just wait and it'll restore on its own as we wait in the out of raid. Speaking of, let me go and check out my hideout. We should have some upgrades ready. And we should try and make a list of the items we need for the next upgrades, because I've gone and done the first like row of upgrades, and now we're up to the second tier. So I should try and find any important items I'm missing on the scav run I'm about to do. Let's see. The rest space has been upgraded, which means that my energy is going to regenerate faster, and we have negative effects get gone faster. Next, need some lithium batteries, capacitors, and power cords. Good to keep in mind. I've heard that just appeared today. We have a defective wall that's leaking water, and I need some fleece to wash it. Up. Anything else? The lavatory is ready to be constructed. The toilet, which is going to do repair kits. Oh, that was instant. I can make toilet paper. Oh, you know what? That printer paper would have been more valuable if I made it into toilet paper, because then I could resell that for more money. I can make a backpack. I can, with some alcohol and bandages, I can make better bandages. I can deconstruct some of these vests I have. I can make more power. That's hoses. If I had some duct tape. What about the next level? Let's see. I'm missing screws, hoses, and duct tape. Good to know. Anything else I'm missing? How about down there? This needs a power cord. I can find those in computers. Security level 2 needs one. What is that? One water repellent. A kind of some kind of coating. What about these vents? They need an electric motor and CPU fans. Okay. Well, keep an eye out for that. Next quest we're gonna do is gonna be on woods to find a convoy. So I'm gonna go to woods on the scav so we can get our bearings and do some looting. Let's go. Woods is a big map. The AKU probably won't be doing good there, but that's fine. We're not playing on fighting. I think that's my first scav run on stream. Anyway, yeah. So where was I going? Oh yeah, the main quest. So we have two things to do. Kill 5 U6s for their dog tags to get the Army Reserve map unlocked. And 20,000 US dollars for mechanic. Now, US dollars, the way you get them is either you trade them in at a rate of 150 rubles for $1 at Peacekeeper, the UN envoy that I think works with the US because he pays you in USDs. Or either you do a transfer, or you have to sell items to him directly because it's the conversion. If you sell an item to a trader, then convert that ruble, then you sell an item to a trader for rubles, then you convert the rubles to USD. It's not as good as just selling items for dollars, on its own. So once we have a decent pack of rubles, we'll have to start selling items to Peacekeeper. Not only because we need the money for a new map, but also because we need to spend the money to upgrade his loyalty. Because right now he won't even talk to us if we haven't spent enough money at his place. 16,000 USDs, which is like 1.6 million rubles or 2 million, 3 million, something like that. Which means we're probably going to be having to switch to US guns too. Well, I want to keep... Okay, well, first I want to keep the money to spend at Mechanic, because I want to unlock that new map. And then we're going to have another quest for USDs, but then with the leftover USDs we're going to have, I should just buy American weapons. I think he sells M16s right now, and MP5s. We'll have to check. Whereas everybody else sells AKs. And yeah, Woods is a big map, and I might get lost in there, to be honest. Especially when I first spawn and I don't know where I am. But if I get my bearings, we should be fine. Usually I have a compass with me to find my way around, but right now we don't have a compass. The quest we're about to do to locate the convoy will give me a compass. So yeah. Now we wait. Ahem. In the meanwhile, hey, I mean, I'm kind of happy how that first raid went. We didn't die. We survived longer than the loading screen. Since the AI seems to be extra dumb. Or maybe it's because of lag or server capacity or something, but the AI seems to be extra dumb. At least on these runs we've done. Got a phone call. What did you miss? You were looking at the wine. Ah, well, we found the wine. We managed to extract. We turned in the quest. Had some upgrades, sold money, all that stuff. And now we're doing a scav run on the woods map. So a scav, it's like a free loadout. The enemies, the AI won't attack you. At least most of the AI won't attack you. There's some special conditions, but that's for later. So we're only here to loot. Loot, 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 loot. We want to get money, so we're gonna have to... Either we get some upgrades for our hideout, or we get some money. That's the priority right now. And the best way to make money is to scavenge battle sites of where the other players were fighting, and just loot whatever they left behind. Either that, or you go to loot locations and loot. So for example, on this map, there's a sawmill. The sawmill has a boss in there, which means players want to hunt there, which means that other players are going to be fighting there, which means it's a big battlefield. If we go there and we find an unlooted body of another PMC, a player character, that's like millions of dollars in there. We can get another backpack, we can get better armor. The only risk is, if we loot a PMC and we wear their advanced equipment, we might get confused by other players who are also playing scavs as a PMC and they'll kill us. But that's fine, because if we have good equipment and they shoot at us, we can just shoot back. If you're a scav and you kill another scav, you lose reputation points. And as you lose reputation points, things get worse for you. You get worse loadouts. Enemies, the AI will get hostile to you. Prices will get worse for you. Whereas if we be a good boy and we get high reputation, we can start having better loadouts. We can start having, like, in our pockets, we can start with like money or keys that are worth like millions. So anyway, all that to say, it's a free loadout with some deep mechanics. The AI won't attack us. Let's have some fun. And also, we should get our bearings, because we'll be back here with our PMC for that quest for the compass in a bit. So, objectives. Money. How to get money? Find battlefields and loot bodies. And if we can't find that, just loot random stuff until we find good stuff. Eventually. Oh, there we are. 10 minutes. Where the fudge am I? I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know where I am. There's a power line over there. Is that a lake or a river? I think I know where I am. Yeah, okay. Have them players and get money. Well, yes, yes. The answer is yes. Just try not to get shot at, because if we find another PMC who's still down here at 10 minutes remaining from the extraction, he's gonna kill us. For sure. Because it means they've survived all the waves of regular people, they've gotten loot. And they want to extract. What the fudge is that? A war mage. Oh, it's an ammo. 5.56. Right? No, yeah. Yeah. This place already been looted. Only getting the scraps. Well, might as well get the scraps then. It means that they've probably taken whatever they wanted from here and left behind stuff for us. Whatever. We do want to find some morphine, because one of the upcoming quests is going to require for us to hand over morphine, so that's the thing we should keep a lookout for. These medical bags have a chance of spawning with morphine. As you can see, some of these items were already picked up. That's why I'm saying this already been looted. In fact, I should probably just leave at this point. Oh, wait, noodles! I need that. That's for a quest. Jaeger wants food. He wants instant noodles, and he wants some sausages. No, he wants a can of beef stew. That's good. Just keep looting. If we find bodies, all the better. Let's see. Is that a receiver? It's a stock. I might... Nah, you know what? I'll take it. Might be valuable. I'm not so sure about the value of weapons parts, because I haven't gotten that far with weapons yet. I know that suppressors and scopes are always valuable, basically. And the rest, not so sure. Also, I need a backpack. Because right now I can't loot anything. Really. I'm gonna leave it behind this apple juice. That's valuable. That's valuable. Next. There should be some food in there. Nope, it's all been looted. There's a medic bag. I mean, yeah, right now we need to find some kills. Okay. Where do I extract, by the way? Scav house. That's on the other side of the lake. Let's go in here, I guess. We're gonna be passing by the sawmill, so we'll have to keep an eye out for bodies. Let's go. This is a big map. We should get going as right away. Anyway, we're full on loot because our spawn seems like they spent all their money on a nice AK, but no backpack, no armor, no nothing. Because we have a budget, we have a loadout budget. It's hidden. It's not for us to see. It's a randomized too, so it can be higher or lower. But yeah, it includes a backpack, a vest, armor, weapons. Sometimes you get nice weapons, sometimes you don't. An AKU is decent, I guess. I'd rather have a trash weapon if I don't plan to fight anyway. Or no weapons. And a big backpack. Any bodies? This is Sniper Fest. Usually. Bunch of snipers nest, all sniping each other. I don't see any bodies. So there's a boss who spawns here. He has guards. They all have long-range weapons. If you kill them, you get a key to our stash. But they should be friendly to us as a scav. Some bosses are hostile. Some are friendly. I'm not sure what the rules are. Oh, there's somebody. There's something up there. Oh, it's a BTR. Heyo. It's friendly. You can pay for their services. They'll transport you around the map. Okay, bye. Anyway, no bodies around here. That I can see anyway. Oh. It should be another scav. Yeah, that's another scav. You can tell because he has mega trash equipment. Ooh. That's decent armor. I'm picking that up. That's a player. I'm gonna pick that up too. And he has a backpack as well. Which means we can keep looting! And anything in their pockets? Nope. Any more corpses? That's a silencer. Pick that up. What do you mean, no space? There are plenty of space. Okay, we have 4 minutes left. We should get going. Oh, another body. That should be a scav. Pick up their gun. Pick up whatever they have. Once that's done, we have to rush for the exit. I'll pick that up, whatever. Let's go. Can I get more loot? That's the question. There's stuff, there's stuff. Gimme. Yoink. Whatever, I'm just filling my pockets right now for stuff to sell. It's free money. Free money. Okay, now we gotta hurry. Let's get out of here. Might do just a bit more looting on the way. Just a bit. A smidge. A little bit. As you can see, because we spawned very late in the raid, usually most of the server has been killed. There's only other player scavs to scavenge the battlefield. But sometimes, you know, people have survived. They're still hanging around here, so it's not totally safe. And if you kill a player scav, that's like a loot box full of random stuff that they found scavenging the battlefield. Okay, we should be an extraction point at this house over there. Let's see if that's true. I don't usually play on this map because it's long range. Oh, there's a guy. Anyway, because it's a long range map, I don't usually play here because you need scopes and that's expensive stuff. And you need to know all the sniping points, because that, or you get killed in one shot. There's people over there. Not sure where they're going, but whatever. We just play scav and mess with players. Probably. But if you mess too much with the players, either you'll get killed, or, more importantly, other scavs will get a reward for killing you. And you'll be hunted by all the enemies' AI, so it'll be just the same as if you were playing as a normal PMC. Oh, there's bodies here. They're unlooted bodies. More importantly. Drop that, put that in there. They both have SKSs. Check their pockets. Nothing. Let's get out of here. Should be an extract in the scav house. Yep. That was a nice try. They got me in the leg. Oh well. I probably should have guessed by the amount of corpses that something was going on. But yeah, as you can see, a sniping fest. Which is why you need a sniper too. Or knowledge of how the map is. If you know all the sniping points, you can just check them real quick. And move on. But I don't, so I'm probably gonna get sniped. Not much loot, just shoot. I mean, that's basically like playing as a PMC, but as a scav. So you start with a random loadout, and the more you do that, because it's not because you're going against the quote-unquote player like recommended experience, as you get worse reputation, you're gonna get worse and worse starting loadouts. I think sometimes you can just, if you have like 0 reputation, you start with just a knife or something. But it's not impossible. No, it's not. It's not the end. It's not game over. It's just really hard. I would like to keep this armor. It has a level 5 front plate. I'm gonna put that in there. Okay, and I guess we're gonna just randomly sell the rest to Fence, who scams us out of most of our money. Thank you. So that armor we picked up, it has a good front plate, but a bad back plate. Which I'm not sure is what I want, but having a good front plate is better than nothing. So we'll keep it. Now it's time to empty our inventory by selling it all. Eventually. At some point. Come on. Come on. Come on. Load, please. I want to play the game. Oh, there it is. Okay, so Fence over there, who's the scammer, that's your reputation with him. Your reputation as a scav. The higher it is, the better. If you can get to 6.0 reputation, he becomes basically a regular trader who won't scam you. And you will have a premium access store. So that's how you can keep track. If you kill other scavs, you lose points. If you kill other bosses, you lose points. The more you lose points, the worse you get. Anyway, let's start selling stuff. First, we have some noodles for Jaeger. There we go. I just need a can of beef stew. And that's the quest done. Here you can see the stats that we need to get the trader to level up. So for example, for Prapor, we need to have 20 loyalty points, which we get by doing quests, and be level 15, and having spent 1.1 million rubles with him. Either by selling stuff to him or by buying stuff from him. It works both ways. Unfortunately for Prapor, he's not the best seller. Therapist over here buys stuff for the best price, followed by a mechanic, and maybe Jaeger. So if I sell the others, it's only for the quest purposes. Usually I'd rather buy from them than sell. Sell that. We have some random gun parts. The suppressor was 12. Okay, that's not a... Okay, I can see why this suppressor was left behind. It's not a really good suppressor. It's 6,000 bucks per slot. That was not a good stock. Oh well. Ammo wasn't very good. That's a helmet that got headshotted. Why can't he buy that? Huh. He's gonna have to set up the fence. Okay. Got some armor over there. Decent armor. Yeah, as you can see here, Ragman buys this backpack for 17,000. He buys it for 8,000. So yeah, don't sell to fence. Anyway, made 200,000 money points, and we got some decent loot. Now let's go back in there, but this time as our PMC. Let's see. Obviously, the shotgun won't work in there. It's too open for that to work. Pick up a Mosin. Some ammo to load it. And a handgun as backup. Okay. That should do the trick. Yeah. The goal is to just do that quest. Hopefully we won't have to stick around or get sniped. So, go to woods. Deploy in the morning, I guess. How about, you know what? Deploy in the afternoon. It might become nighttime, but that's good for us. It's harder to snipe at night. Because you have to bring... Because it's not actually because it's not actually nighttime. Either you have to bring night vision goggles that you either don't use half the time, or you don't bring night vision goggles and you don't snipe. Or something. I don't know. So we have to spot two locations. In the northwest bit of the map, there's a convoy we have to just scout out. Just being near the convoy is going to be good. And there's a camp of USEX soldiers that we also just have to scout out. And then we have to extract. To be honest, I think extracting is going to be the hardest part. I know for sure that Jaeger has a quest line where he asks you to do a bunch of random stuff with bolt action rifles. And for doing those quests, you get a bunch of upgrades to a Mosin. So for example, right now you can, you see I'm starting with the regular infantry Mosin from the 1890s. But as you keep doing quests, you can, add a sight, add a pistol grip, add a modernized stock, add a silencer. And then he becomes a real sniper. But the actual new meta is that in the release of the game, which happened 1 or 2 months ago, a new lever action rifle got released, which also counts for those quest lines. And because it's a lever action, it's much faster than a bolt action. So if you aim down the scope, you shoot. If you miss with the bolt action, that's it. You have to take cover, bolt that bolt, go back to counter cover, shoot again. But if you have the lever action, you can miss, just lever it, and then shoot again. It's much faster than the bolt. Which means it's a much easier quest to do if you use the bolt. But then you don't get to go through the process of seeing your Mosin get upgraded from a shitty 1890s Mosins to a 2000 and whatever modernized Mosin. I'm not sure what we'll do. I guess I'll try both. Anyhow, I'm gonna guess what's gonna happen is I'm gonna load in, do some running around, maybe get sniped by somebody else who spawned in and knows their spawn points, because I don't. I don't know if I spawn somewhere and there's somebody else who spawns nearby. I don't know that. And that's it. We'll try and run. We'll try first get our bearings, and then head for the camps and the convoys, and from there, it's all up to luck. But yeah, since we're packing a bolt action, and because of that downside I just explained, it's only for long range fighting. And even then, not that long range because we don't have a scope. We have a pistol in backup in case we get surprised or in close quarters. And anyway, I need to get player kills with a pistol, so might as well. Anyhow, it's time to wait. A lot. I'm also keeping a bunch of grenades in stock because we're gonna have soon a quest from Prapor to kill players with grenades. which should happen naturally as you just play the game, you fight other people, you throw grenades, you know, it's gonna happen naturally, so I'm just keeping my grenades in stock for when we start having to do that. Thankfully by tomorrow we should have a much bigger stash as my upgrades will go through, which means I can stop selling everything all the time and I can start having like a big backup of a bunch of kits, hopefully. Which means I shouldn't be so afraid of losing all my stuff. Especially because all my stuff is trash anyway, so I get it back in insurance. Did I insure, by the way? Speaking of insurance. Whoa, 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 no! I don't think I insured all this stuff. Actually, no, if I didn't insure all this stuff, actually, no, that's not true. That's the same kit I just used, so it's still insured. And this Mosin was insured, and this pistol was insured. So no, everything's insured. It's fine. All this stuff is from the last raid, plus 2 items I already used in another raid. So we should be fine. Anyhow, it's time to wait. Not much else to do. While we wait, there's only a couple of extraction points on woods that are available for us because we don't have any special equipment. We could have a flare, but we don't. On this map, on that ground zero, we don't have a corpse with a flare next to the flare extract. You have to bring your own flare if you want to take the flare extract, so that's not going to happen. There's the vehicle extract, which you have to pay. There's the BTR, in case you didn't see. You know, the BTR rolls around. You can take it. It can tell you. It can get you to a secret extraction point, but it needs money too, and we don't have money. There's in the south. There's 2 extraction points. One of them is very common, which means it's very likely to be camped by others or used by others. And one of them is rarer. So if we get it, that's lucky. If we don't, that's unlucky. Anyway, time to wait. Our overall major goal is to make it to level 15 so we can get to the flea market so I can actually make even more money by selling stuff, which should alleviate most of our gear issues that we've been having. I've even had to stop streams because I was just out of money. So I couldn't heal, I couldn't get new gear. And then I had to do a bunch of scav runs off stream. Anyway. Wood's a big map, so it's going to take a while to load. The biggest map is Streets of Tarkov. It's like a semi quote-unquote open world map. It's just gigantic. It's so big you probably won't be crossing it all in one raid. It also takes a while to load. It's loading. Let's see if we survive longer than the loading screen. I mean, if we just straight up survive, that's good. But if we die, I'd like to die. I'd like to play the game more and die than just have to spend a lot of time in loading screens and just die in like 30 seconds. Because that just feels bad. Eventually. At some point. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, synchronizing with players. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Come on. 200 ping. That's how you know it's happening. Yay. Okay, let's go. Time to die. Oh, it's darker than I thought. I don't know where I am. I think I know where I am. I just need confirmation. Gotta find some kind of power line. Okay, yeah, I know where I am. So going this way, this is west, that's north. This is the direction where I need to go for the camp and the convoy. We're relatively nearby. What about my extracts? We have an extract that's pretty rare in the north. The Northern UN roadblock. Which I might be able to go through. We'll see. Okay. Obviously, if somebody looks at me, they're gonna see a big old black silhouette against the white foreground. But that's the same for the enemy, unless you have snow camo. Okay. Should be getting near where we need to be. A camp. Uh-oh. I think my internet did an oopsie. Even the stream even the stream lost connection. Uh-oh. I think we're fine though. Hopefully. Maybe. Come on. Get me back in. Please. I was about to cross an exposed... Oh well. We'll see what happens. We're not exactly short on time. We have like 40 minutes for the raid. We should be able to load back in. It'll just take 10 minutes again. Come on. Come on. Come on. Hello? Please. No, we're back to loading screens again. I didn't play enough of the game. We last like 30 seconds before we went back to loading screens. Why? Go back. Tell me it doesn't last 5 minutes. Please. Not again. Come on. I think that's a sign to, if we manage to survive that raid, to take a break. I just want that compass so I can find my way around faster. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh. No. It might be doomed. It might be doomed. What a shame. Oh well. I guess I've never really encountered those issues because usually I play on the offline mode in PvE. We'll try one more time. If it still fails, we'll just have to give it up. And just accept that loss. Maybe we'll get our stuff back in insurance. Probably because it's a bunch of shitty gear anyway. A cheap pistol with shitty ammo. A cheap Mosin that nobody's going to be picking up because it's not even in the meta anymore. Bad armor, bad helmet. A random backpack that you can find anywhere. So even if we do die, it's probably we're probably gonna get the kit back. At the very least. Nobody's gonna be picking that up. Anyway, let's see. Does it work or not? If it doesn't work, we'll just have to stop for today. Unfortunately. I might have to try and complete the raid off stream. That's also a possibility. Are you good? Seems This is the beginning. Okay, well, it's not the same error, so we can try again. Try again. Oh, the game is crashing. It's getting worse. It's getting worse. Oh my god. Game, what happened? Why? It's melting before our eyes. Come on. Now we wait again. Back to waiting. Come on. Come on. Please load. Please. Just let me play. Play the game. Well, come on, one more time. These loading screens only take like 30 seconds before they crash, and not 5 minutes. Come on. Let's see. It's loading. It's loading. Uh-oh. What if I just don't hit the OK button? Dang it. Okay, well, that's gonna have to be that for today, I guess. The game just is okay. It's crashing now. It's crashing. Oh, 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 oh. No, it's still crashing. Yeah, that's gonna be it for today, I think. Not exactly a good way to end, but Tarkov's never been known for being stable, has it? Come on. One last time. I'm just gonna restart the entire thing. Just gonna restart the entire thing and try one last time. And if that doesn't work, I'll have to do it off stream. And if that doesn't work, I'll just, we'll just have to give up on our kit. Okay, no, it's getting worse. It's getting worse. Yeah, no, okay. Okay, no. Nope, sorry, but that's gonna have to be it for today, I think. Yeah, buggy game. It's a shame, but we'll pick that back. We'll pick back up tomorrow. Hopefully, we won't have this kind of issues. We'll see. Yeah, okay. Anyway, see you guys tomorrow. Okay, bye.